I got my first adult job, and I was super excited until I started. Okay, it's really not that bad, but there are a few things of finally getting into the workforce, which I like kind of expected, but also like now that I'm actually doing it, I'm like, damn, this sucks. I mean, there's like pros and cons to it, right? So I have been a student for the past like 20 years of my life, right? I'm 25. I just graduated grad school, and I started work. And first thing I realized that sucked was that I have to go to work. And I know that sounds ridiculous to say, but I was so used to in school and classes where, I would have like Wednesday and Friday classes off, or, if I really wasn't feeling it and if the class was kind of dumb, I could just kind of skip it, make an excuse, say I'm not feeling well or whatever, and just kind of skip it, and there would be like no consequences. I just have to make up some homework. But like now, if it's a Monday, just because it's a Monday, I can't just skip. Like, I have to go to work. So yeah, that was an adjustment. Another thing, one thing that's nice is actually finally getting paid. Like when I was just a student, like it was just sucked. I was just using money and I had no like source of income. So I'm getting paid is nice, but seeing how much taxes gets taken out of my paycheck is actually depressing. Like, give me my fucking money back. Like, what the fuck? I had like a $3,000 something paycheck the other day that after taxes it was like $2,100. I was like, you guys took almost $1,000 of my paycheck. Like, what the fuck? So that fucking sucked. And then another thing right now, I'm just learning to transition into like actual like full-grown adult mode, which means like learning about benefits, learning about taxes, learning about like 401ks, all that stuff. So kind of a learning curve for me. And I'm a little bit late because I went to grad school for 3 years. Like, I'm 25 and just figuring this all out right now. So, but yeah. I mean, on all honesty, though, like, it's not that bad. I'm just kind of being a bitch and complaining, but it's nice to have that income. It's nice to have a sort of, like, consistency. But there are aspects where it does suck of being a full-grown adult and not just being a student with minimal responsibilities. But at the end of the day, like, I have a job. I have a career that's paying, puts food on the table, all that stuff. So can't really complain about it too much. Have to be pretty grateful. But what does suck is that during my training for the first 2 to 3 months, I have a 1 hour commute, a little over an hour 15 commute each way. So I'm driving like 2.5 hours every single day. So that does kind of suck. Which is kind of why I like created this channel, because even after I'm done with that, I'm going to have a 35-minute commute, which isn't that bad, but I'm going to get sick and tired of like listening to music and just listening to like podcasts or whatever. So that's why I kind of created this channel. So just so I can talk to myself in the car, and maybe it'll reach one person to find it mildly entertaining. And dude, use your fucking turn signal. Are you serious? And then I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, no, I'm on my way to work and just figured I'd hop on and complain about this, but also be grateful. A little bit of both. Healthy balance, moderation. You know what I'm saying? Cool. All right. See you guys.